edition, our Sunday live edition. All right. So, if I'm just saying, I got my man Davey Footballs with me.
Yo,
Yes,
yo, what's
sir.
good,
He's
everybody?
legit. We about to answer all your guys' questions about start and sit. Even if it's somebody in the waiver, are you thinking about going for right now to try to fill in real quick, and you don't know if you know all the bye weeks, man, is making it tough right now. It really is, bro. And so any little bit of help to help sway you on that pick, we're here to help you out, man. So let's dive into it. If anybody got any questions, you know what I'm saying, let us know. Because I got a question. Shoot,
Oh, you coming in hot, huh?
heck yeah, I'm coming in hot, bro. I got a question. So
All right, let's do
hey,
it.
so all right, here we go. So my team, everybody is on the bench right now. So I got Josh Allen, Chase Brown, Cal Pitts is out of there. So now I'm left with Pittman, Tyler Lockett, Ricky
Ooh,
Pearsall, Rashad Bateman, and Slayton, Darius Slayton from the Giants. And watch the
man.
Giants win every game because this is the dumbest thing ever. Because
Tommy Cutlets, man.
all right, just watch.
That's-
Watch me just went out and ruin our whole draft cap. Just watch. Just
yeah, that's
so I got a question.
Tommy Cutlets. All right.
Would you go with Ricky Pearsall or would you go with Darius Slayton?
Whew. All
I
right.
know it's
So
so garbage.
it's that's a tough one.
I know.
So Malik Neighbors is expected to play, right?
Yeah.
He is nursing that groin injury, so I don't know what his participation is really going to look like. Like if he wasn't playing, if he was just straight up ruled out, I would probably roll with Darius Slayton. But given that it's Tommy Cutlets, given that Malik Neighbors will be out there, um, I'm gonna roll with Pearsall. Like I know he had a rough week last week, throwing up the goose egg. So it's always tough to go back to somebody after throwing up the goose egg. But they're facing Green Bay. Um, uh, Johnson should get top coverage from Jair Alexander, I think anyway, and so Pearsall should be operating in a more open field than Jennings. So I think I like Pearsall here.
Definitely. Ooh. Yeah.
Slayton's my boy though. Like you always feel bad for the dude because he's constantly getting
I think
hurt.
he's
But
I think we have great wide receivers. I think we really do. You just couldn't
yeah,
tell. Like I think Jalen Hyatt is really, really good, man. I really
Tennessee
do.
guy.
Coming out of college, he's a stud. But
Yeah,
he's a deep threat. And if you don't have anybody who can throw a deep ball, it's just he's obsolete.
yeah. He's a burner, and that's what he did at
He's a
Tennessee.
burner.
And yeah, I like that pick coming out. And like on paper, yeah, I mean you got Slayton, Hyatt, Neighbors, and yeah, they should be torching folks. But we'll see if Danny Spare Change was the problem, or if
Damn sure was.
or maybe he'll have a career resurgence elsewhere like Saquon.
Yeah, but he's not as talented offensively as
No,
Saquon. Nowhere near.
no,
All right, so all right, what about Rashad Bateman? All
man,
right, it's a Monday
I
night
can't get
game.
on the Bateman. Yeah, I just can't get on the
Mm.
Bateman train. Like he's boom or bust,
Oh,
and
definitely.
it's more bust than boom.
Yes, it is
Um,
lately.
yeah, and that they're playing the Chargers, which leads me to a question that I want to get your insights on too.
Mhm.
Um, Chargers got a good defense, so I don't know, man. I just can't get on. I just can't get on board with Bateman. Last week was 2 for 30 against Pittsburgh. The week before that, 6 for 54 yards and a touchdown. But then week before that, 3 for 25. Week
Yeah,
before that, 1 for 28. Week
yeah,
before that, 4 for 121 and a touchdown. So like you
yeah.
don't know what you're gonna get,
You don't know.
and I just can't. I think they'll probably lean on the run a little bit more.
They should the
Baltimore,
whole time.
yeah, and he might, I don't know,
Yeah.
he might bust one loose for 40 yards
That's what
and grab a
happens.
touchdown. But
It's
yeah,
tough.
yeah, coming. And I guess if you look at it from an odds standpoint, like he's had 3 of his last 4 weeks have been bad, so maybe he's good for or due for
Hmm.
a pop week. But
Okay.
I'll put it like this: if you feel like you need a home run, he can get you a home run. But if you're cool with like a ground rule double, Pearsall is going to have the higher floor,
Yeah.
and like he's more likely to get you 10 to 12 than Bateman is to give you 20.
Yeah, it's very true. And I already have Derrick Henry starting. I have Derrick
Hmm.
Henry and Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
How did I lose 3 games? But that's neither here nor there.
Yes.
That's neither here nor there. Because they don't run the ball that much. Okay. But for wide receiver, all right. Now I got a wide receiver problem. What about Keyshawn Boutte? I say
Oh
Boutte.
man,
Make it sound
you're,
French.
you're
Fancy.
digging deep in the
Boutte.
bag.
Yeah, I'm going deep in the bag, bro, because I gotta try to get this win. It's for my playoffs, bro. I'm doing all right. Like I said, I'm ranked third, but you know what I'm saying. I'm playing against a guy who is like nipping into the playoffs,
Yeah,
and I think he got more points forward than me too. So I just want to make sure to keep him down there
yeah.
and
No, shoot,
keep me up here. You know.
if, if you're chasing points, Kayshawn's probably better left on your bench. He's got. I'm looking at him now. One double-digit game so far this season, um, and that was back in like week 6. So I love Drake May.
Yes, they're going against
I think
Miami.
yeah. That's
Miami.
a good point because um, Miami's not that good defensively, but whatever. I would still leave him on the bench. Um,
It's
if
tough.
your other
It's
options
tough.
are like if you're starting if your other options are Bateman or Pearsall or Slayton, I would take all 3 of those guys over Boutte. But yeah, that's right. I would rank him 4th of those 4 that we went over.
Okay. So how you feel about Tyler Lockett and Michael Pittman? That's what I said. I'm having wide receiver issues. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
uh, so Tyler Lockett's like finally having that down year that everyone thought he was going to have the last 3 years. Um, they're going against Arizona. Arizona's pretty friendly, to wide receivers, and then Pittman. So of the 2, I'd probably roll Pittman. I don't like, Anthony Richardson back at quarterback.
I know.
I think that's a downgrade for Pittman, but
He hasn't really done good with Flacco out there either, though. Last couple
yeah,
games,
like
he was been horrible.
yeah, and I thought this dude coming out was like,
Me
he's 6'4", 220.
too.
Like I thought he was the next big
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
And
like a Mike
his
Evans or
pops was in the
something.
NFL. His pop,
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Just
like how are you 6'4", 220? And then like he's not even getting the downfield balls.
nothing.
All those because that's all Richardson does. It's either 60 yards through the air or in the dirt.
Yeah. So it's like he
But I would
gets the
roll.
targets, but we don't know if those are just throwaways. So he
Yeah,
gets 8 targets, but only got 5 receptions,
it's
46
crazy.
yards. Like,
Yeah, that's brutal. And then before that, he's got 2 games with one reception, he hasn't had more than 6 receptions in any game this year. Like that's crazy.
that
He's
is
only hit a hundred.
crazy.
He's only hit 100 yards once. Man, let's see. Tyler Lockett yet to receive 100 yards. But I think with the emergence of JSN in that offense, and
Yeah,
DK
Tyler
Metcalf
Lockett's
still
on the
being
dip.
deep. Yeah, so I would roll with Pittman because at least he's got theoretically the targets. Like you said, we don't. They might call them targets, but Lord knows where they actually are.
Yeah. So if
So
anybody got any questions, let me know, man. Hit up the chat. Let me know
yeah,
what you guys think.
let
Uh,
me ask you. Let me ask you one. And
what's up?
this could be overthinking it, but I got Lamar Jackson going, but I also, he's going against the Chargers, like we talked earlier. But then I got Jaden Daniels versus Dallas on the bench. So I was thinking about, and I was gonna ask the Twitterverse what they think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I was thinking about flipping Jaden Daniels for Lamar. Um, and starting Daniels over Lamar. Just because I love that matchup. Like I think they're gonna smoke Dallas and I got McLaurin too, so hoping for a little 2-for-1 action. But what do you think?
Ooh, I love the matchup. I do. I love the matchup for. Ah, and it's a two QB league, right? It's a super flex.
Yep. No. One. Sorry.
Oh, it's one.
Yep.
Oh. Mm. And then it's a Monday night game. That's the thing I hate too about Monday night games. You gotta wait,
Yeah.
and if you get it wrong, you're like, "Sheesh." All right, so let's evaluate the Chargers. All right, what? So the Chargers defense. The Chargers defense has to be ranked what? Nah, let's see.
It's strong.
Their defense is strong. Yes, it is. Pause. Uh, Say allowed 27 points while picking up 3 sacks and then went over. Okay, so I mean their defense is good, but some people have exposed them though.
Yeah. I mean, they're not quite red. Like they're in the orange according to Sleeper.
Yeah,
Um, but I just think like the Harbaugh Bowl. Uh, you know, you got the Chargers. Also, I mean, half the Chargers coaching staff is from Baltimore, mostly on the offensive side. But I think they got a good idea on what Baltimore wants to do. So I don't know. And then Dallas is Swiss cheese. Like the only thing I worry about with that Dallas Washington game is if
yeah.
um, Washington just gets up by 30 and just takes
I like
everybody out.
Jaden Daniels on that one though. Jaden Daniels, I would probably go Jaden Daniels on that one
Yeah,
because that's
we're making
yeah.
bold moves.
I know he should have a great game though. He definitely should have
Yeah,
a great game, man. Ah,
yeah. Division game coming off a couple lacklusters.
yeah, he
Hey, so
definitely should have.
I just got one that came through on X. At Davy Footballs. Need to start one at running back 2 and one at flex in a 1 point PPR league. Uh, your boy Tyrone Tracy, Bucky Irvin, and JSN. Pick 2.
Ooh. All right, say him again. It was Bucky Irvin,
Uh, Tyrone
JSN.
Tracy and JSN.
He got to play two.
Yeah.
I I know Tyrone Tracy had that fumble a week ago. Let's go, and I lost. But
Yeah.
Tyrone Tracy's
That's 2 on the year, I think, right?
yeah. He's a rookie, but I think he's really, really talented. I'm not just saying it just because I'm a Giants fan. I really think that he's a key part to the offense, just like Malik Neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely go Tyrone Tracy. Uh, and I think JSN. I think they found something with JSN, man. I really do. I think they're gonna go to JSN more. I would go JSN, and I would go me personally JSN, and then I would go Tyrone Tracy for me.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Like I was so in one of my leagues, I was between Tyrone Tracy and Bucky Irvin all week long in my flex because they both have fantastic matchups. And then, well, for my RB2 spot, sorry, I had Devontae Smith in the flex. So then Devontae Smith is out this week, so that made my decision a lot easier because now I'm like, sweet, I can start both of them. I don't have to choose between Bucky Irvin and
I know
Tyrone Tracy.
the choice.
So like I think I like Bucky Irvin's matchup better, but I would lean Tyrone because he's not splitting time. Whereas Bucky is still splitting, the timeshare with Rashad White. And Mike Evans comes back, so I know they're gonna try to get him the ball more. So I think now you run the risk of, the Giants getting the doors blown off of them and having to abandon the run and air it out. But the one thing, what the Giants confuse me. I don't know why they don't use Tyron Tracy more,
That's what I'm
in
saying.
dump off game.
And
Like,
this is one of these games. I think it's one of these trap games, bro, where you're like,
yeah,
Tampa Bay should run all over these guys, and then we're in a dogfight with them. Like
yeah.
seriously, this is how it could be. You got a new quarterback out there now. It might look totally different, and I think everybody might be juiced up, no matter what everybody says. Because I'm pretty sure they like Daniel Jones, the guy. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it real. On the offense, he wasn't good. So just football. So I think this is like new life. You know what I'm saying? And I really think Tyrone Tracy has a good game today. Nothing crazy, but I think he has a good game.
I just want to see him get more involved in the passing game, man. Like, the dude's a former wide receiver,
Hmm.
and like, dump off to him. Like,
Yeah, you're right.
that's
I
what
just
I'm
thought
waiting
of
to
something
see.
too. Because the
We got
Giants defense too, we are not good at stopping the run. We were actually better at guarding the pass than we are at stopping the run. So then Bucky Irvin, I just thought about it. So Bucky Irvin, but right now it's Rashad Wright though. Like Rashad Wright, I think he's stepping back into that number one role, right? Like he scores all the touchdowns.
Yeah, so he's technically the RB1. He plays more snaps, but and he's definitely like he gets rushes and he's their dump off guy. Bucky Irvin's been the much more effective runner, but for some reason they still continue to give Rashad White the rock. Like, Bucky Irvin last week had 13 carries for 73 yards and a touchdown, and that was against San Fran.
Mm-hmm.
So he started to see his you know snaps pick up. But then in that same game, Rashad White had 10 carries for 31, but Rashad White also had 6 catches and a touchdown. So it's like it's as much of a timeshare as you can get. Bucky Irvin seems to be at least the early down runner. And then Rashad White is gonna sprinkle in some runs, and get some catches as well. Um, so it's a tough one.
Yes, it is.
So are you flipping to Bucky, or are you staying strong with Tyrone?
I'm still gonna stay strong with Tyrone Tracy. I feel really good about it. I think Tyrone Tracy will have a good game. I think he might have a better game than Bucky, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
I think so.
if they can keep it close, I agree. If they can't,
Now, the person I think that might really go off this whole entire game against the Giants, I think is Kate Otten. I think Kate Otten goes nuts. Don't
yeah,
ask me why, but I think Kate Otten and Mike Evans are gonna go nuts.
I think Evans
Nuts.
is going to go wild. I mean,
Yeah.
he's
Nuts.
coming back off the hammy. I think he needs like 90 yards a game or something like that.
He would
Over the
definitely get
last
90.
six, yeah, to keep his 1,000 streak alive. So, yeah, I think this could be like a 100 yards, 2 touchdown game for Mike
Hmm.
Evans. That could be my bold prediction.
And Tyrone Tracy, he has hands too. He could catch in the backfield. So even if the game gets a little crazy, I could still see him getting screens and stuff like that. I could definitely see it.
So the Giants are allowing almost 150 yards a game on the ground, fourth
Mm.
worst in the league.
I told you. I didn't have to look up the
Dude,
stat. Because I watched
dude,
the
that's
games, man. We suck. Let's stop in there. We're better at defending in the air than we are on the ground, but we're still not that great. Deontay Banks is going through whatever he's going through. Uh, So Mike
oh
Evans,
yeah.
he can have a game. Kate Otten. I think Kate Otten is them two. Whoo,
Kate Otton's been on
please.
a tear.
Yeah, yeah.
Kate Otton's been on a tear.
So
All
let's
right,
talk
so I'm gonna
about
let
tight ends too, real quick, bro.
yep. Well,
So
I'll let Russ know that we're rolling with Tyrone and JSN.
book
That's
it.
who asked the question on Twitter. And boom. All right, cool.
Tell me on
Go
live.
ahead. I did. I let him know. I was like, hey, I was like, we're talking this one now.
So
All right, cool.
if it was me, man, I would for tight ends, right?
Hmm.
There was one question: would you go Sam Laporta or Mark Andrews as
Hmm.
and starting for a tight end today?
It's crazy that this is even a question. Like,
I know,
um,
because these are two
coming
studs
coming
from
into
last year.
the yeah, and like coming into the year, like Laporta was, hands down, like, number one tight end, not even close. But he's had a rough year. He's still a little banged up with the shoulder, but I'm gonna roll. I would roll with him here. Reason being is
You roll with who?
when Mark, sorry, Laporta.
Sam Laporta.
So
All right.
yeah, because now that Likely's back, um, I mean, you saw it last week. Like, he took a lot away um, from Mark Andrews. So the 1.5, well, call it 2 games really that Likely had missed. Mark Andrews tore it up, but with him being back, I think that Laporta has the better option because you just don't know how Lamar's going to throw to. It could be a Likely game, could be a Andrews game, but I would roll Laporta.
Yeah, I'll go Laporta on that one too. It's tough that it's a question, but yeah,
Yo, it's crazy.
that is. Tight ends have been tricky this year, except for tight ends day. That was the only time tight ends
Yeah,
went off. You
yeah.
know. So
They
at
weren't bad.
Chicago, here's a good question: what do you think about T.J. Hawkinson
I think I hate him.
in
Like,
Chicago?
here's why. So last week he came back from injury, and 2 weeks ago, and I sat him that week because I was like, man, he's not going to have a big week, first week back from ACL. Like, and he had a strong week. And last week I played him. I played him over Taysom Hill,
Ooh,
and Taysom Hill went
ooh,
bonkers. And
ooh.
yeah, dude,
Yeah, you were pissed.
yeah.
You were
I mean, it was
pissed,
all.
bro. Yeah.
It was only a
Oh, that's
39
sick.
point difference.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Sheesh. Sometimes all hunches don't pay off, Sometimes, it's an
Yeah,
unpredictable game, man. It's football.
yeah. So
That's crazy. Ooh, yeah, you were
uh,
sick. You were
yeah,
sick, brother.
I was bad, but I would still
Yeah.
roll with him. This week. I mean, he he's played just shy of 50% of snaps in both the weeks. The word out of Minnesota, this week has been that they expect him to be more involved this week. The other tight end that they have, Jace Oliver, he's already out. So, with an ankle injury, so the snaps will be there for Hawkinson. He'll be more involved, and I think he's a safe play this week.
Yeah. I'm with you
'Cause
there.
I think Chicago, they'll probably just do whatever they can to try to take Justin Jefferson out of the game. Which, by the way, man, it's JJ's turn. Like we seen Jamar Chase
Oh,
go for
I
200
know.
yards, and we just saw Amon-Ra Brown go off.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, and JJ, it's
He's
on
due
you,
for
man.
one. Yeah,
Yep.
he's due for one. I don't know which game, because this is a tough game against
Yeah.
their secondary.
So
Uh yeah, Chicago has a good secondary, so I don't know. This is gonna
yeah,
be a
they're
tough
top.
one, and it's in Chicago.
Yeah, they're top 10 in passing yards per game. Like you said, they got a good secondary, and that's why I think that should leave the field open for the middle of the field for Hawk to operate. I think the Bears. I don't know if they're. Like, I assume they're not favored in this game, but like this one's got
No, they're not
upset
favored.
written all over.
I think it does. I think it
We might
does.
we might see the Jets Sam Darnold make a return here today.
He hasn't been playing too hot. I think ever since that bye week.
Yeah, I got him sitting in one of my in a 2 QB league. I got Bo Nix over him and Tua.
Oh, speaking of quarterbacks, bro. Since I don't have Josh Allen, bro, I had Russell Wilson, right? I put him in the starting thing, but then because my daughter, she was playing basketball,
Hmm.
I totally forgot to look at my lineup. And I knew that it was a snow. I knew it was going to be a bad weather game.
Yeah.
But I totally forgot. I started cheering and stuff like that. And then I was like, oh, snap. I played Russell Wilson, man. 14.80. Ugh, it was looking
Oof.
bad. When I first looked, it was at 2 points. I was
Yeah,
like,
it was slow moving.
oh, dude, I was so sick. Because I was like, man, at that time, Russell Wilson looked like one of the better quarterbacks to pick up.
Hmm.
But now I was like, oh, God. Because I was like, I can't trust Anthony Richardson anymore. I'm like, I'm off that.
Yeah.
Will Levis against Houston. Will Levis gives the game away a few times.
Hmm.
So I was like, it didn't like Tommy DeVito. I was like, I'm not gonna go Tommy DeVito. So I went Russell Wilson. So I don't know, man.
I don't know. I might have went Tommy just so I had a reason to watch the game. Like
Not-
if I
I know. I'm probably just gonna watch the game because I'm a sad Giants fan. But yeah, like, man, I hope we don't win and watch us win. I'm serious. Watch us win, bro. Because we shouldn't. We'll just win meaningless games that goes nowhere and just hurts our draft cap. We're just gonna be picking higher and higher. You know what I mean? It's just lose the games, man. It's just
I mean, you
take
got
Brian
to.
Burns out. Just sit everybody down.
What's tough too is because there's only what I mean. You got what like Cam Ward and Shador Sanders. Those are
Yeah,
probably like the two guys this year coming
the
out.
better quarterback draft class was last year,
Yeah,
which we
you know,
botched on for Daniel Jones, by the way.
you know, doubling down on bad picks, man.
Ooh.
That's
And
what gets
letting the
GMs
best
fired.
pick go.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's ugly. It's ugly. It is ugly over there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
bro.
rough. You're lucky. You're lucky. You got my Jets cross town to keep the headlines and away from you guys. I
I,
don't know what the hell we're doing.
uh, and the thing is, you guys shouldn't even have the problems the Giants have. Like, you shouldn't even have our problems. We shouldn't even be remotely close to each other on this one. I don't know. I don't know if MetLife is a curse. I don't know, bro. Just
It has to be.
and
I don't know what
now
it is.
Aaron Rodgers don't want to play over there anymore.
I
After you
know it's
done
crazy.
ruined the whole damn team, man. Now you don't want to play there anymore.
He
Yeah.
did everything that got every player that he wanted, every coach that he wanted. He's like, nah,
Nah.
this organization's gone. Like, dude, like
Oh,
walked in the door and was like, oh, that Super Bowl trophy looks lonely. And
right.
well,
Right. He decided to go there. So everything looked good. And now everything's going wrong. It's like, oh, I don't want to play for the Jets anymore. Huh. So here's the thing. Where do you think he'll end up
well, I think
next year?
there's two teams that jump to my mind. One is Carolina, just because their owners are train wreck.
I don't know if
And
he wants to go there.
yeah, I don't think he's going to have too many choices. And then the other team that jumps to my mind, because it's not a strong quarterback class and they're also a bit of a train wreck, and he won't have to move, is the New York Giants.
True.
What about you?
True. But I don't want him on the Giants, bro.
Nah.
I'm good on that. I don't want him on the Giants. I'm straight. We got enough distractions. Last thing we need is another one. Uh, yeah, just let him go. let,
Yeah.
let him go, man.
Yeah.
I don't see him going really anywhere else either. Because he is older, and now the quarterback stuff. Everybody's moving on to these young guys. That's how it is. It's a young man's sport.
Hmm.
So yeah, man. I don't see him. I really don't. I don't know. Like you said, maybe Carolina if he wants to go to Carolina. Uh, the Giants shouldn't get him. They really shouldn't. The Patriots, I don't think they should do it. They got a good quarterback.
Hmm.
I don't.
Or maybe the Raiders.
Titans,
Could be the Titans.
Raiders,
Yeah.
Raiders, Titans. Ugh. And I don't know, Titan fans, everybody. I don't know if y'all want him on your team, man. I wouldn't want him on my team. Dude
Nah.
is horrible. The
Wouldn't that
team
be something
record.
though if like so Rogers brings Devontae Adams over from the Raiders and then goes to the Raiders? Like wouldn't that
Right? So if you were Devontae Adams, would you go with him? Would you want to go wherever Aaron goes again, or would you just be like, nah, forget that?
Nah, I think Devontae, he's got to go. He's got to go somewhere with a chance to win. Like I think he'd be really good in like Buffalo, for instance, next year. Depending on what they're if I don't know Cooper's contract situation, but I think he's got to go somewhere like that. Where he can be a number two, maybe even a number three. Um, because he's 31 years old. Um, he's clearly lost a step. I know he hasn't had great quarterback play, but he's not lighting the league up like it was 2 years ago. So if I was him, that's where I would look. I'd look like, or maybe go, hey, Cincinnati's probably not going to re-sign T. Higgins, so go to
Nope.
Cincinnati, go play opposite, Jamar Chase. I think that's what he should be looking at is which quarterback gives me the best chance to win, but all and still catch some balls. Pause.
Yep. I see. I see. I see Chiefs cooking, bro.
Yeah,
Next year, watch. It'll be something crazy like that, bro.
yeah. Yo, so I came across this one on Twitter. Speaking of the Chiefs, Nuke Hopkins or DJ Moore.
Mm. Oh, against Carolina, you gotta give me. You gotta give me D Hop. Pause.
Yeah,
You got it. Yeah, we gotta go D Hop on that one. You gotta go D Hop. D Hop is an animal, and I think they have to have a blowout game eventually. The
yeah,
Chiefs. So I think this is the blowout game. I see him blowing them out. It should be like no lower than 30 points.
yeah.
The
That's
Chiefs
what
should
I'm thinking
score.
too. Like,
It's got to be in the high 30s, 40s. They got to blow them out. They
yeah,
got to have a Detroit Lion Jacksonville game. Like they got to
yep.
blow these dudes out of the park. Like you just out of the park, out of the field, bro. Off the field. Just get out of there, bro.
I think
Like
they're coming off
you know?
that first loss of the season. Like
Yeah.
you gotta be hungry.
Like Travis should get a touchdown. You
Yeah,
know,
Nuke should go for like
Duke should get
at
going.
least 80.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
and the tug.
7 for 80 and a touchdown is what I'm thinking. And I'm with you. Like, you got to put a 40 burger on Carolina.
You do.
Because all year long, everyone's had their questions about the Chiefs, and we're all like, are they really kind of that good? Like they've been escaping games, and but they were winning, so it didn't matter.
Right.
But now that they got that first L under their belt, you got to take a look at it and be like, yo, we got to come out, tighten up, prove to ourselves that we're as good as our record is, and you know, you're supposed to beat bad teams, so you got to beat them.
Yeah, you gotta
You
beat
got
the
to
bad team. I know they'll
you got to beat
win,
the
but I
brakes
think
off
you
them.
gotta beat them up, bro. You
Yeah,
gotta,
you got to.
yeah, yeah. You can't
Not
just go out there and it's like a 20 to the 10 game or 22-24 game or something. Nah, man, you gotta don't play down the
beat the brakes
competition.
off them.
Beat the brakes off these dudes, bro.
Yep.
They were until the Giants played them. One of the worst defenses in the NFL. So it's like, come on, man. They don't have studs back there. I think their best corner is J.C. Horn, and J.C. Horn is
Yeah,
J.C.
he ain't
Horn,
it.
right?
Their best players on your team now. Burns.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, they should pummel this team, bro. They really should.
yeah,
They
if it's
should.
anything less than like 35 points, like that's a disappointment.
Right. People be talking like, all right, so you scored 24 against the Panthers. Like, are we
Right.
really supposed to crown you yet? Nah,
Yeah.
man.
That three-peat's gonna be looking rough.
Yeah, because the Lions, man, I really don't see nobody beating the Lions, bro. And you can't
Mm.
even say if the Lions beat themselves because they still found a way to win, even when it was 5 interceptions thrown by
Yeah,
their
it's
quarterback, dog.
crazy.
That's insane, bro. To even still
I
come
think
back and win the game.
it's
That's
nuts.
unheard of, dog. I, they should win the Super Bowl for sure.
Yeah, I think an interesting. I think the only team that can keep up with them offensively is the Eagles.
Yeah.
Because if all three of them dudes are healthy, AJ, Devontae Smith, and Barkley. But yeah, I'm with you, man. I mean, the Lions they're just on a heater. Like, what are you gonna do? You can't. They got two great running backs. They got a top three receiver, and an elite tight end. Like, and they're doing all this without Aiden on the defensive side. They're doing it all without Aiden Hutchinson. So like they're tough out, man. They're
I
gonna be a
know.
tough out.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be a tough out. Yeah, man. But yeah, unfortunately, nobody hit us up with questions.
And
I haven't gotten any. Haven't gotten any in the chat. Uh, but hey, man, we're gonna keep the ball rolling. We're gonna keep on going. Because this is what we enjoy doing, and people shall come.
it takes a while,
Takes a while, man. It takes a grind, bro. Like I said, this is the second time we went live, so you know. But we have people watching, so
I saw that. Yeah,
that's cool.
got
That's
some
cool.
views.
That's great, brother. I take it all, man. Interaction would be great, but that's fine.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, so guys, let us know if you enjoyed the episode or not, man. Leave a comment, hit like, hit subscribe wherever, hit the bell. We'll try to do this. We'll try to do this almost every Sunday. If not, we'll probably be on Spaces if time restraint. If everybody got availability to do it. I know not next Sunday because a lot of people are busy with the holiday and stuff. So, but yeah, we'll try. We'll try. We'll see.
Hey,
Yeah, so hit the like. Make sure you listen to the podcast. The podcast airs every Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays. We'll try to sneak in some live stuff, some waiver wire stuff on Tuesdays. Uh, so yeah, if you need help on waiver wire ad for week 13, we're gonna cram that into Tuesday. We're gonna try to cram up a lot of episodes due to the holiday. So yeah, we're gonna try to cover everything, college, you name it. It's all gonna be crammed into one episode. So the episode might be a little longer than usual, but you're getting more content. All right. So stick it out to the end. Make sure you listen. You will greatly appreciate the fact that we did it on a Tuesday.
yeah, it's like that. It's like that Thanksgiving plate, just
Stuffed,
stuffed with
bro.
stuff.
Stuffed with everything. Yeah. So that's what we do. All right, man. So greatly appreciate you guys for taking the time out to listen, man. To the next episode, guys. Good luck in fantasy. Peace out.
Catch y'all. I'll see you.